Vladimir Putin to end his attacks on the people of Ukraine.
But the war is now 1,000 days old as of tomorrow. Simply, who's winning and who's losing? In U.S. estimation.
I am not going to give you a day-to-day battlefield assessment here, but if you look at what Ukraine has done, going back to the beginning of this conflict, at least to the full-scale invasion, we have seen them win the Battle of Kyiv and stop Kyiv from falling when many predicted that it would fall within a month, certainly within weeks. We have seen them take back somewhere around half of the territory that Russia occupied. We have seen them in recent weeks occupy territory inside Russia and continue to defend it. So the Ukrainian forces have performed admirably up against, let's remember, a much bigger country with a military that was much larger at the outset of this conflict, with a military that had much more advanced equipment at the outset of this conflict, a gap that we have in many respects bridged through the provision of our assistance. So I'm not going to make any predictions about the future of this conflict, but I'll say if you look back at the way the Ukrainian military has performed over the past 2.5 years, they have performed not just with valor and with dedication, but with real results.
How does it all come to an end then?
I'm not going to make any predictions about how it comes to an end, but we want it to come to an end in a way that respects Ukraine's territorial integrity, that respects its sovereignty, and that doesn't reward a dictator who is intent on pursuing the acquisition of land through force. All right, go ahead.
Thank you very much. This Biden administration lift ban on weapons sales to Saudi Arabia a couple of times. Meanwhile, what we observed, widow of Saudi slant journalist Jamal Khashoggi's wife, she wrote letters to U.S. senators, almost 100 letters, and only 9 responded. She is seeking for justice. The question is, with the start of this administration, these things, weapon transfer and defense deals with Saudi Arabia, all were linked with humanitarian records, rights, and other things. So, did you guys get some assurances from Saudi Arabia for letting them in these defense deals?
So look, when it comes to the provision of military assistance to any country around the world, of course we take into effect humanitarian record and how our weapons might be used, and we make the decisions appropriately. All right, with that, we're wrap for today. Thanks, everyone.